Crushes. The feeling we all get when we begin to fall for that one particular person in our day-to-day lives. Whether it be at work, school, or anywhere else, I guess, crushes are something everyone will experience in their lives. Unless you only love yourself. As defined by Google as deform, pulverize, or force inwards by compressing forcefully. Oh wait, is this the right definition here? Anyways, when I was growing up as a kid, having a crush had almost felt like such a mandatory thing to have when you were going to school, because even if you didn't really have a crush, you kind of felt left out in some sense. The thing was, though, that I was an awkward kid growing up, especially when it came to talking to girls that I liked in particular, and even though not many people would know that I have a crush on them, the second word had gotten out that you like them, you would be the talk of the town. Kids from left, right, and center would gossip about the fact that you liked this particular person and would treat it in some sense like it was the most ridiculous thing to ever happen, which was so stupid looking back. Like why are kids so cruel to each other? Sheesh. The thing with back in the good old junior high to high school days, though, was that everyone was pretty awkward since, hormones. Which really didn't help since puberty is kind of a self-learning process. But the worst thing about crushes was that a lot of us were too awkward to tell them how we felt. So we would just keep our feelings to ourselves and never truly tell them how we feel. This, of course, is where kids invented the word friend zone, which is pretty much keeping your feelings to yourself, and even so, a person who likes you isn't just gonna stop liking you because you took a certain amount of time to express your feelings to them, unless neither of you tell each other how you feel and drag it up for months. Being attracted to someone doesn't just stop all of a sudden because you guys got to know each other a little bit. However, the worst outcome for most of us was when we did find out how our crushes felt about us. Sometimes good, most times terrible. Finding out that your crush didn't like you back then was honestly such a terrible feeling for us to handle, because back then we weren't really experienced in relationships, and most people couldn't handle rejection very well because people tend to think they're worthless or something when their crush rejects them or doesn't like them back, but that's not true. It just means that that person doesn't feel the same way about you, but that's okay. There's like 7 billion people out there, fam. I remember my first crush. I remember that I used to talk to her in the back of my social studies class every day, just happy to be by her side. I, however, never told her about how I felt and honestly was too scared to confront her, which I kind of regret, but I was an awkward teenager, so whatever. Anyways, I told one of her friends one night how I felt about her, and they asked if I wanted them to ask her how I felt. I kind of felt wrong saying yes, but I did, and shortly, I found out the answer. The answer was the typical, I like him like a brother spiel. And well, I was crushed by my crush. The thing is though, this is all a part of life for everyone. From being a teenager to an adult, there are people out there that you're gonna like who's not gonna like you back. And the same goes for people who like you, but you don't like them back. It's just all a part of the process we call life. And love doesn't just happen for everyone. Besides, even if your crush doesn't like you back, who cares? Move on to someone else, because if they can't appreciate you for who you are, then someone else certainly will. Now get out there and find some person to love, I guess. I don't know, or just get pizza. I mean, it's your call.